Looking back, do you know you were a bridezilla? Do bridezillas know they were bridezillas?
Some do.
I'm only asking that based on what we did for the last 40 minutes. Like this cousin, let me give the phone number out real quick. Because I have never, ever heard anybody say, yeah, I know I was awful. I know I was the bridezilla. 1-855-BERT-YA.
Well, I'm pretty sure the women who were on the TV show Bridezillas knew they were bridezillas since they were cast on the TV show.
Okay, unless you were on that show. Looking back, can you see how demanding and call yourself a bridezilla? 1-855-BERT-YA. And that is based on what we heard for the last 40 minutes. This cousin has got like 6 months worth of activities going on before the wedding.
Yeah, so she got engaged 3 years ago. She and her fiance are just now getting around to planning the wedding, and it's going to be happening within the next 6 months. So the requirements for the bridal party, they're having another engagement party that everybody must attend. She is having not one, not two, but 3 bridal showers that all the bridesmaids must attend. There is a local bachelorette party, and then there's also a getaway bachelorette / bachelor party. They're doing a Jack and Jill thing. And then that's on top of the wedding responsibilities, which is the rehearsal, the ceremony, the reception.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
This has gone exactly like I thought it would go.
Bridezillas not knowing they're bridezillas.
No calls.
Here's the thing, though.
Nope. Oh, here's what. Or not.
I mean, my wedding planner may say I was a bridezilla, but I would say that my wedding planner wasn't that great of a wedding planner.
Nice. That's why I'm saying I've never heard somebody just looking back going, God, I was the worst.
And then one person's picky is another person's particular. It just, I'm not demanding. I just know what I want. It literally is all mindset and vantage point of how you're looking at it and where you're looking at it from.
In a case like yours, I can understand how it can be 2 different perspectives and you may not know, right? But in a case like the example that we're talking about, like there's no way you don't know you're a bridezilla if you have 8 different parties going on.
Really?
That's what I feel.
Yep, still no calls. Nothing.
Nothing.
There you go.
I think that answers your question.
There you have it.
They don't know.
All right, so let's move on. It's going down this weekend. The neighbor has been flirting with her 18-year-old son for a long time.
Ew.
And our listener wants to put her foot down this weekend. Cassie, you got the email?
I do. I'm really desperate for some advice on how to stop a really awkward and infuriating situation without creating an enemy in my neighbor. We just moved into this neighborhood in April, so we're still getting to know everyone. Next door is a single, divorced woman who's about my age. I have 2 boys who are both in college and 2 younger kids. My older sons come home over the summer, and one of them has decided not to return to college and will be staying home and is now attending a local school. This same son was hired as a lifeguard for our neighborhood pool. I would go up there every day this summer with the 2 youngest, and while I was there, I saw our neighbor had selected a lounge chair directly next to the lifeguard stand. Just by watching her, and even without overhearing, I could see she was trying to flirt. My son was trying to ignore her while still being polite, but she was relentless.
Okay, again, this is a possibility of seeing something from a different vantage point, because since that is her son and she's a mother and she's going to be protective, maybe what she views as flirting, this woman views as just being nice.
Right.
This went on all summer long. We still visit the pool on the weekends, and the same thing happens. A couple of days ago, I got a text from her asking if my son was home. She said she could use some strong arms to help her with something. I told her he couldn't help her, but I would be right over. And then she declined my offer to help. Yesterday, I just got a text asking if my son would like to earn some extra money and that she has some odd jobs around the house that she'd like to pay someone to do.
Gee, I know what her odd job is.
Yep.
It's right there. And down there.
I told her that he's too busy. This morning, my son went to get trash cans from the curb, and I saw her run over to talk to him. I asked him what she said, and he said that she asked for his phone number in case there was ever an emergency or if either of them needed anything. I know he's legally an adult, but he's only 19, and this is gross and inappropriate. I'm thinking about confronting her this weekend, and if I do, how do I do it without being offensive? Should I even care at this point? What do I do, Kathleen?
Do not care. Burn that village.
Go in, you think?
Yes.
Say, leave my son alone.
Yes.
She has to. There's no other way, and you're not going to be able to do it without offending her. I mean, I personally think her son is a grown man, and if he wants to say something, he should, but you're going to offend her if you say something.
I feel like she needs to talk to her son first and be like, hey, are you uncomfortable with how our neighbor is acting? Are you trying to be polite? Do you not want to, do you not want to make her feel uncomfortable by trying to dismiss her advantages? I want to know how you feel about how she's been interacting, talking to you, and the fact that she asked for your phone number. So I would get my son's perspective to see how he feels about the situation. And if he does, and I mean, it just takes like, just a speck of him being uncomfortable. Then I would march my butt over there and be like, you're making my son uncomfortable. I don't want you contacting him anymore.
Is it possible that, look, because this is her narrative in her mind, everything the neighbor is doing is fitting into that narrative?
For sure.
She might be like totally nice about it, right?
No, I'm sorry. It's too much. So if we were just talking about the lifeguard stand thing, sure, I can give you that. But the repeated attempts, I need someone with strong arms, and then help is offered, but it's not the person she wants. No, I'm good. Oh, I have odd jobs. Like, get the hint, leave him alone. It's just running over when he's taking out the trash cans. It's thirsty, it's desperate, and it's not a good look.
Yeah, and the phone number thing, that pushed me over the edge.
Too much for you.
You don't need my child's phone number.
All right, go ahead.
And I know he's not a child.
That's a grown man.
He's a grown man. He is 19. He is a grown man. He can make his own decisions.
Burn the village.
Burn the neighborhood down.
The Bert Show.
So first, thanks for watching. Second, you like what you just watched? That just scratches the surface. Get the Bert Show on any podcast platform. We're so good.